Hi, First GMC Missouri City, it's Pastor Elizabeth. It's Friday, March 5th, and I wanted to update you on a couple of things. The first thing is an update on our facility. I know I previously shared we had damage in the fellowship hall from burst sprinkler pipes during the freeze. In the process of the repair of the sprinkler line, we had 2 sprinkler heads burst in the sanctuary. This week, we had a remediation company who removed the floors in the fellowship hall, set up air scrubbers, measured the moisture levels in the walls, and put up containment walls, plastic sheeting to block off the hallways. They will be back this week to work in the sanctuary, taking out the sheetrock around the burst sprinkler heads. You might know that the day school uses our fellowship hall as a play space for their classes, especially on rainy days. It's a place for them to have indoor play. Because we can no longer occupy the fellowship hall, the day school has moved all of that, all of their toys and activities, to 3 of our adult Sunday school classes in the wing toward the chapel. We're all learning to be flexible. The second thing I wanted to let you know is that the leadership team met last night and unanimously approved a plan to return to in-person worship. Our county has recently gone back to the orange level. The COVID numbers in our community are improving, and many of you have received your vaccines. This is so encouraging and hope-inducing. With that in mind, our plan is to begin in-person worship on March 14th. We'll have 2 identical services in the style we've been having over the past year, a blend of contemporary and traditional. Those services will be at 9 and 11:05 a.m. in our sanctuary. I'm so excited to see you all, to be in worship together, and for us to come together as a community. If you came for in-person worship in November or December, much of what we will do will be familiar to you. We'll ask you to register your attendance in advance, and you'll be able to do that either through our website or by calling the church office next week. We ask you to register your attendance in advance so our ushers and hospitality team are prepared, and so that if we have someone who attends worship who later tests positive for COVID-19, we can be in touch with everyone who is in that service. We will have volunteers here who are taking our temperatures and keeping us at a distance of 6 feet. And we'll continue to wear masks while we're on campus. These were all unanimous decisions of the leadership team. Of course, in the midst of all of this, we will continue online worship and live streaming. So if you're not ready to be back on campus, or if you'd rather not wear a mask during worship, we encourage you to worship with us online. We are going to adjust the way that we receive advance registrations. We've walked through the sanctuary to count how many seated units we can accommodate. So we'll be asking you to register in advance by seated unit. So what does that mean? Well, maybe it's you. Maybe it's you and your spouse. Maybe it's you, your spouse, and your children. It might be you and the friend you pick up on the way to church. Or it might be you, your spouse, and the other couple you have dinner with every Friday. Because we have fixed pews, we believe that this will allow us to accommodate as many people as possible while still staying within our 25% capacity. So you'll only need 1 person from your group to register in advance. Friends, it's been quite a year. You've been patient and committed, and I'm so grateful. Let me give you just one example of that. Last week, when our fire suppression system wasn't working because of those burst lines, but we had the day school and employees in the building, we had to find a way to make sure we were still providing a safe environment and operating up to code. So you all stepped up. We had volunteers who walked the hallways of our building to make sure that there wasn't smoke or fire. It was tedious and thankless work, but you all did it because you knew that it was important for us to be able to continue our ministry in the community. Now the fire suppression system is repaired, and our trustees will turn to the work of reconstruction and renovation. I'm excited for what the future holds for us, and I'm excited about returning to in-person worship on March 14th. I know that there are some of you I haven't had the chance to meet yet, and I'm so looking forward to being together in the coming months. If there are ways that I can be helpful or you have questions, please let me know. Friends, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon.